What's going on, YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and DigiByte. Those are the four I have time to go over today. Actually running over to my dad's house. We're going to be working on my boat, so he's the one helping me out, and I got to get over there quickly. But I wanted to get this out to you today. And what we're looking at here, guys, we're starting to fall down through that 200 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So that's in white here, and that's something that we really need to pay attention to because we've been holding it as support for so long, guys, all the way back to around April 6, 2020. It's been acting as support. Now what you're seeing on the 4-hour time frame here, I just want to give you a little better look. We will bounce out to the 1 day, but what you're seeing now is the 200s acting as overhead resistance, the 50 in pink's overhead resistance, and in purple here, this 20 EMA is also acting as overhead resistance. And what we don't want this to become is almost like a little bear flag where we had this push down, we move sideways a little bit, and then we have another leg down to potentially that area of support I've been looking at 8,674. But this is where the bulls really need to step up, because breaking down out of this ascending triangle, guys, which happens 30% of the time, and that's still 30% of the time it can happen, that would basically kill this entire uptrend that we've been dealing with for a long time now, all the way back till we had our major dump around March, middle of March. We've been in this uptrend now, and what we've been looking at here is to see if this ascending triangle is going to be continuation to the upside, or basically this is distribution and we're going to start moving to the downside. But this is a very sticky area where we're at right now, because the bears are basically ready to pounce. If we start breaking down through this ascending triangle here, they can start shorting it down into these areas of 8,674. There could be room for them down around that $8,400, even lower than that. So it's so important for today, the bulls, to step back in, get us back inside this ascending triangle, and then continuously trying to move to the upside. But right now, guys, this is a tough area for us. And if we go out to the 1 day time frame, what you can see is that we're trading below this 50 moving average in pink now. We're getting comfortable with trading below that. We've had about 4 days now that we've traded below it, and that's significant. We never want to do that in uptrends. You can see this entire uptrend that we had back here, we were up above that 50. So now we have the 20 EMA and the 50 acting as overhead resistance yet again for us. So if we do break down hard, guys, I would probably look to this 200 moving average to see if we could find support around 8,318 if we do move to the downside there. What I also want to show you is TradingView, and if we take a look at TradingView, we have a 15 sell, 8 neutral, and a 5 buy. So you can see how we've started to switch over into that sell territory, and that's what the bears are looking for right now, guys. So if I were you, I'd be extremely careful. I'm going to put an alarm here at about $9,000. We'll say 9,034. Right in that range. I want to be alerted if we do start dropping down through that area, so we'll throw an alert in there. And then next one we're going to cover, guys, is Ethereum. If you like me doing these videos, like, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that notification bell. That's what's going to help you with the most. The algorithm's just been crushing me lately. So you guys with the notifications and the subscribers, you're the ones who are going to be getting this information as quickly as possible. So subscribe to guys and leave it down low. Next, we'll go to Ethereum, sitting at $230. And Ethereum's ahead of Bitcoin right now. And if we take a look at this, you can see we're still up above this 50 moving average, which is going to be so critical for us. And now that's almost coinciding with this $216 support level that I've been looking at for quite a while as well. You can see that in green right here. So we're basically wedged between $216 and that $252. We've been just ranging, moving sideways back and forth between these areas. But if we do lose this 50 moving average, guys, I'd look down to around that 200, and that's going to be at $187. That's what I'm saying. Where this 200 moving average is, there could be a big drop down into that area to see if we do find support there. But this still is just tough because the volume's been dying out as we're moving sideways in this area. If this is going to be consolidation, we want to see that volume start to swell so we can start making strong moves to the upside. If we take a look at TradingView, you can see also we're showing a 12 sell, 9 neutral, and a 7 buy on the 1 day time frame right now. So everything is starting to get just a little bit hairy here, guys, and this is where you might want to tighten up your stop losses and be careful, because things can get out of control in this space, especially since we've been moving sideways for so long. When you move sideways for so long like that, whenever we break to the upside or downside, it is going to be brutal most likely, okay? And it's going to move really fast, so we need to pay attention to that. I'm also looking at our momentum lower highs on our momentum. We have had a stock cross to the downside. We have not had that bullish cross to the upside yet. So running really neutral there for Ethereum and just being patient, waiting to see which way we're going to end up breaking out of this. So that's Ethereum, guys. Next one we're going to get into is Litecoin. And like I was saying in yesterday's video, Litecoin, in terms of the LTC BTC, was looking a little better than just Litecoin itself due to the double bottom it was setting, and we started to try to get up above that 50 moving average. So there's a few things if you go back and look at yesterday's video. But in that video, guys, you always have to be careful. That's not me saying rush in there and buy it. I'm just saying put this on your radar so you can start looking at it to see if it is a true trend reversal, because you're looking for those trend reversals. All right, so for Litecoin, we're at $42.55. And guys, with Litecoin, it's just been tough. Like we've talked about, the 20 EMA still acting as overhead resistance, our 50s overhead resistance, our 200s overhead resistance. We would need to start getting back up above $44.49. So then we could go back up and tackle $48.27. But this is just an area, you know, we've had a pretty weak bounce out of this. We had a major move to the downside when Bitcoin and everything dumped. And then this move up has not been that impressive compared to coins like Ethereum or Bitcoin. It just really has been moving sideways right now. So we're still determining if this is sideways consolidation, we're going to get the next kick up, or if this, guys, was just a really weak bounce, we're moving sideways and we need to start looking down around $38.77 as support, then to be down around that $37.25, and then ultimately down around $30 as support. Momentum's been extremely flat. Stock not really doing a ton right now. We're at 22 and 20, so we are in that oversold conditions right now. But this is an area you need to be extremely careful with for Litecoin. If we take a look at the technical analysis here, we're looking at a 17 sell, 9 neutral, and a 2 buy. Okay, you can see the moving average, very strong sell there, and then our oscillators running just a little bit more neutral. So if you like me covering Litecoin, guys, let me know if you're here for Litecoin. I know a lot of people have been dogging and hating on Litecoin, but, you know, it's one that when I first got in, it was the coin that I started buying, and I like Litecoin. People can dog on it all they want. I enjoy it. And then, guys, we are going to go into DigiByte next. We'll take a look at this. We'll do DigiByte. Let's see here. Let's go to Bittrex for it. You guys, just trying to make this as quick as I can for y'all. But DigiByte, same deal. I mean, we're just really moving sideways. You can almost put us in a symmetrical triangle right now if we draw our trend lines. Just a rough trend line, trying to get as many touches as possible here. So we'd put it right about here, and this would give us 1 touch, 2, and then we'd have our 3 down in here. Then we'll draw our bottom line as well. Good. So you can see, guys, and this is just a really rough version of one, just as we're doing this together here. But what you can see is basically we're in this symmetrical triangle right now. And with symmetrical triangles, they're a neutral pattern. About 54% of the time, they will break with the trend, and the trend has been up. And with the trend up, that's when you really can get those strong moves to the upside if we are to get out of this overhead resistance. This over this top of the symmetrical triangle, because what you're looking for are trend line breaks. And when you get a big trend line break here with big volume, guys, that could shoot us really, really hard and fast to the upside if we are to get that move. But it's the same deal to the downside now, and you can see how neutral we're running for DigiByte. We're fighting with that 20 EMA. We're fighting with that 50 moving average. We still have that 200 support, but you can see the big gap that we have right here between that 200. So if we are to make a move to the downside, I wouldn't be shocked to retest that around that 0.01006. That happens a lot, and you can see we've caught a lot of air in between it. We've gotten really far away from it, so that does happen. But you can also see we're fighting to hold this 50 moving average. If we can hold it, trade up above it, that may give us enough to start get that trend line break out to the upside there with this symmetrical triangle. Momentum starting to increase, kind of put a little double bottom in right down there. We'll see if we can get a stock cross to the upside. It's going to take a lot of volume. The stock right now is at 33 and 32. And if we take a look at TradingView, it's one of the only ones that's thrown a buy signal, but it is more neutral. You can see 10 sell, 9 neutral, 9 buy. And basically, guys, we got a whole mixed bag here, especially in the oscillators over here. A lot of neutral, sell, neutral, and just 1 buy is what we were looking at there for DigiByte. But, you know, guys, this is just the area where we have to be careful, because if we're not careful and all of a sudden Bitcoin starts making these massive breaks to the downside, regardless of what DigiByte's doing, it's most likely going to bring the price down with it. And that's just how it works. That's why we always have to pay attention to Bitcoin, we have to pay attention to Ethereum. And if you're trading ERC20 tokens, that's where you really need to pay attention to Ethereum, because that's going to be one of the big drivers of the market. When Ethereum pumps, it's going to bring the altcoins with it, and vice versa. So all eyes truly are on Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. I like DigiByte. I think it's a great project. But right now in this symmetrical triangle, this neutral pattern, we're waiting for a break. We're deciding whether this trend's going to want to continue to move to the upside, or if we're going to start having those strong, aggressive breaks to the downside. So that's what we're looking at today, guys. If you get some from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you all being here with me today. Have a wonderful Saturday. I wanted to try to get these 4 coins in quick for you. Didn't want to make too long of a video, but I appreciate you being here with me today, guys. And we just have to continue to watch this market. I feel like a huge move is going to be coming in soon with how tight the candles have been getting. So let me know down low, guys. Love you. God bless you all. Take care.